welcome to the Cosmic Heart Podcast. My name is Jessica Hope with Cosmic Heart TV. Today I am coming to you to break the internet with a teleportation news from quantum physics with my baby pigtails and my... I am wearing clothes. It's hard to see. So I actually really wanted to talk about this today. I'm really excited about it. It seems like at first glance it's not that big of a deal, but when you really sit with and think about it, it's actually pretty awesome and exciting. So I'm actually really excited about this. So it says, they did it, teleportation becomes a scientific reality. This website is from 3DVF. It says, and if the future of communications depended on the invisible, a photon teleported through the internet could well disrupt our conception of the digital world. I'm going to preface this real quick by saying I'm actually excited about this for the reasons that I will mention after I read this article, because I have been saying people need to understand the internet better than they do. I may not look like I know about quantum physics and energy mastery, but I'll explain my take on this after I'm done reading the article. But this is going to be a little bit of a shorter podcast today. I just really felt excited to share this with the world because this is exciting news. Okay, so it says, when we think about the future of our communications, we rarely imagine that it could be hidden in the intricacies of the infinitely small. Yet it is here, among the photons, the next digital revolution could take shape. A simple photon teleported from one point to another across the globe via the internet opens up dizzying horizons. Who would have thought that the key to our future exchanges would lie in the elementary particle capable of challenging everything we thought we knew about information transmission? It goes on to say, a scientific leap teleporting a photon via the internet. Researchers at Northwestern University have recently achieved a major milestone in the field of quantum physics. They have succeeded in teleporting a photon over a distance of 30.2 kilometers through an internet network. This feat, once confined to the realm of science fiction novels, represents a significant advance in the exploration of the possibilities offered by quantum entanglement. With this accomplishment, the foundations of a future global quantum network seems to be rapidly approaching. Quantum teleportation, and how does it work? Contrary to what its name might suggest, quantum teleportation does not involve physically moving a particle from one point to another. The process is based on transferring the quantum state of a particle, which implies that its essential properties, such as its spin or polarization, are recreated at a distance. This phenomenon is made possible through quantum entanglement, a unique property of quantum particles. When entangled, these particles share a deep connection, allowing a modification of one to instantaneously affect the other, regardless of the distance between them. This revolutionary concept has been widely debated since Einstein described as spooky action at a distance, but it is now experimentally demonstrated. A significant challenge for quantum decoherence. Despite the progress made, quantum teleportation still faces a major obstacle: quantum decoherence. This phenomenon occurs when the quantum states of a particle lose their coherence due to external interferences, such as vibrations, temperature variations. In an environment as complex as an internet network, maintaining entanglement over a long distance is a real technological challenge. Researchers have had to develop sophisticated strategies to minimize these disturbances and ensure that the quantum state of the photon can be transmitted without alteration. It is this mastery of quantum interactions that has allowed the unprecedented leap of 30.2 kilometers. The achievement of Northwestern University, The team at Northwestern University has pushed the limits of current technology by optimizing existing transmission protocols. By using advanced stabilization techniques, they have managed to maintain quantum entanglement while relying on the traditional internet infrastructure. This hybrid approach is particularly promising as it hints at a future where quantum networks could be integrated without requiring a complete overhaul of existing infrastructures. This success also shows that quantum teleportation is no longer an abstract theory, but a but a techno but a technology on the verge of becoming compatible with real-world applications towards a future of unfalsifiable communications. One of the most fascinating implications of this breakthrough is the possibility of developing completely secure communications. Quantum entanglement, by making any interception attempt immediately detectable, could be the key to an internet where exchanges would not only be fast but also inviolable. I don't even know what that word means. That's funny. Such prospects could transform entire sectors, whether in finance, medical data, or government communications. However, this vision to become reality, challenges remain to be met, especially in terms of standardizing technologies and deploying them on a large scale. The future will tell us if we are ready to integrate this new technological paradigm. Okay, the reason why this is so exciting for me specifically is because I have said for many, many years, the internet is an energetic stratosphere. It is an energetic hub of information and energy and communication and consciousness. The key word here being consciousness. Now, why is this relevant and why is this important? Because all life is connected through consciousness. And so, when we look at the universe, we then look at the multiverse because there's multiple universes. Then we look at the omniverse. The omniverse is, okay, that term is used in Marvel or DC or something. The omniverse is real, okay? We have the omniverse, we have the multiverse, we have the singular universe, okay? We live in a singular universe. Now, when we break that universe down and we look at it into pieces of within the bubble, the soap bubble of the universe, we have galaxies, okay? Those galaxies are a microcosm of the macrocosm, which is the universe. Now, that's the small picture, but it's the big picture as a human being on Earth, right? So then we look at the singular galaxy, and in that galaxy, we have planetary systems within that galaxy. And so that galaxy then is a macrocosm for this little systems that are inside of it, but it is a microcosm of the universe. So then when we look at the galaxy, and we break that down into the little planet Earth, okay? Now, Earth has its own consciousness because it's alive, okay? So then the consciousness, which is the energy soul, essentially, connection, the collective of hive mind soul of the Earth, connects all living presences and beings on the planet to the planet's consciousness. It's like the oversoul of the Earth, and it connects all living presences and beings on the Earth. So when you look at everything as energy, we're able to see this consciousness extends of itself, okay? So the Earth has a consciousness. The consciousness of the Earth extends into the Milky Way, the consciousness around the planet and all its structures and planetary systems outside of itself. And then that is a microcosm of the structures of all the galaxies that are all interconnected. And then those galaxies are connected to the universe, and then that universe is connected to the multiverse, etc. So everything is a microcosm and a macrocosm of itself. What does that have to do with the internet? When we look at the internet as an energetic structure of consciousness, we can understand that the internet is in and of itself another state of energy, and it has a neuron network just like the brain does, just like the collective consciousness does, of the micro on a microcosm level all the way out to a macrocosm level. So when we are able to see the internet as an energetic structure, then we can understand that everything on the internet, okay, everything on the internet is connected to consciousness. So that means that when, I have to stop hitting my microphone. That means that when we are looking at the internet and everything that happens in video games, online, etc., that means that our consciousness is touching energetically everything we do on the internet. Videos, people, video games. This is what I've been saying for a very long time. So it's really exciting for me to actually see proof. I hope that when they do more research on this, that they include the things that I'm saying, because this will help help people further understand what the internet even is. The internet is an energetic stratosphere of consciousness that connects all living beings and all information. And it's a hive mind of literal information highways that is exactly the same thing as the collective consciousness over the entire planet. It's the same. If we look at the energetic structure of the collective consciousness over Earth, and we look at the energetic structure of how the internet works, it's the same exact concept. It's how energy healing can transfer through video. It's how people can do energy healing through in one part of the world through any means necessary, just talking on the phone or just thinking of the person and connecting to them energetically. This is what we learn in basic Reiki. Dr. Usui, he's the one that, okay, I'll tell you a story. Master Usui, he was called Dr. Usui. He was the one that founded Reiki, okay? Reiki was started in Japan, and the reason why Reiki is even popular all over the world and why women can even practice Reiki, because we are natural healers. We were doing this long before Reiki was ever understood or discovered. But why Reiki specifically is brought to the world is because Dr. Usui, he was on a mission to understand why people could do these miracle healings. He didn't understand, how does this work? What is the story of Jesus? And how are all these people recorded in history doing all these miracle healings? So long story short, he went to all these different masters and all these temples, and he asked them, how do I perform these miracles? How are these miracles performed? And Master Usui was just one after another was greeted with the same sort of answers of, I don't really have an answer for you. I don't know how to explain that to you. So he decided he was going to go on a fast for 21 days. He went to a mountaintop. He had 21 rocks, and he knew he was going to become delirious. And he said to the universe, he said, if he's either going to leave that mountaintop with the knowledge and understanding through his meditation of knowing how to do these miraculous healings, or he was going to die on that hill, essentially. And so every day he would throw a stone when the sun would rise, and he would meditate all day long. And by the 21st day, he threw the last stone. He said to the universe, if I am to know the secrets of how these miracles are performed, then show me today. Or that was going to be his last day. He said he closed his eyes. He saw an orb of purple light. It hit him in the forehead, his third eye. And he said that he saw all these visions. He said it felt like it knocked him out. He said he saw all these visions. He saw all these symbols. He saw all these different images. And he said it was hard to make sense of it all. He was obviously very delirious at that point. He said he felt the energy flow through his body. He felt everything just activate within him, and he was shown secrets of the universe. And so I'll explain this more in depth maybe another time if you would like to learn. But in this process, through every experience after this fact, he learned that he too could perform miraculous healings. And so when he taught energy healing, he came to learn that these symbols and these mental projections of envisioning the healing energy being sent through the hands and out towards the other person that he was sending the healing, the universal chi through, they were receiving healing. He learned over time that he did not actually have to physically touch the person, but he could just set his intention to heal the person. And then he used these symbols that he was shown, the master symbols. And these symbols connected him to the person energetically. So this same concept, it's more than just a concept, but this same concept is transmitted through the internet. This same energy is consciousness. That is the internet. The way that our thoughts are interconnected, how one person can have an idea and another person through the hive mind collective consciousness of the planet can have exactly the same idea on a totally different part of the planet, is because all of our consciousnesses are interconnected through the hive mind of Earth. So when we understand that we can in fact send energy through the internet, this is just like baby steps what they're doing right now. And they probably, I'm sure there's many studies that haven't been released that prove even more than what I'm saying. But this is really exciting news. I hope to see more of this. And thank you very much to this website, the people that run this website, the 3DVF, because you're awesome. And thank you for your work. And thank you to the quantum physics scientists who are putting this out there in the world, because we need more stuff like this. The world's going through a really crazy time and everything is shifting. And I mean, what more of a better time than now to get the truth out? And I want to end this episode by saying, I know that it's hard sometimes, maybe a lot of times, to stay positive, but do your best and remember that collectively we create our reality. So the more we do genuinely focus on positive, the more we do genuinely create more positive outcomes. Do not let fear rule your reality, and try your best to help collectively to focus on positive futures and outcomes for all of us, because together we rise.